mean, I do that
What's
every
that
day.
movie, The
Look in
Men Who
mirror.
Stare at Goats? It's like Maya that stares at chicken.
I had some of the most disgusting chicken I've ever had earlier today. I can't even describe it, but it was like if I die in the next few days, it won't be because of my depression. It'll probably be because of fucking salmonella. It's disgusting.
Oh no.
That
Oh,
brings
no.
up eating bad chicken. Reminded me of a conversation I had a few days ago with some friends, including one vegetarian. How would you rank all the meats in order, tastiest to least tastiest?
Cow,
Beef,
pork,
chicken,
pigs,
pork.
cow, pigs, chicken, fish.
Oh yeah,
really?
fish is
Counting
in
fish?
there. Oof.
Do we? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm counting fish.
Oh, then fish is number 1 for me.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, hardcore
you
1.
Like, you like that fish?
Is that erotic?
What did you do?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I
I'm
don't
saving
think-
the
Wait,
best.
I punched my mic
But
stand.
yeah, I was about to say
I
that didn't
punched
look
my
like a
mic
knife
stand.
cut face.
But I just saw you look over and then look back real quick.
I was looking at my
and
phone.
your shoulder kind of went up a little bit, like maybe you were grabbing something. Okay, well maybe let's keep it that way, huh, bud? Because I had to yell at you twice last episode, and might as well start out this one with another finger wagging.
This
Listen,
time I'm not gonna.
And Kit,
type
throw
anything
away
in
your
my
keyboard. Just throw it away. And Maya, take a sip of water. Jesus.
I'm trying.
she only puts ice in her water though.
Yeah, oh yeah, so then you're clonk, clonk, clank, clank, clonk. Clank, 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 and then flick, flick, flick. Ah!
Welcome to Not Really, but kinda.
It's the fucking worst podcast on the internet. Not really,
Wait, I thought we
but
were
kinda.
the only. How can we be the only and the worst?
The only worst
I mean,
podcast
if you're
on
the
internet.
only one, you're by default also
Simultaneous,
the worst.
the worst and the best.
But, yeah, but like in this case, the worst. Like definitely
Not
the
only
worst.
the
Not- we haven't hit best yet.
No. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't think so.
This is pretty.
I think we're the
mediocre.
best podcast that nobody knows about yet.
I wonder if that's true because
I was talking to Pi the other night after we did on Happy Hour, and he was like, "This is a really good podcast for the fact that nobody watches it."
thanks, Pi. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I never. It's hard to tell from the inside, like, well, especially while we're recording it, but then like, even afterwards, after it's all cut up and everything, it's like, is
Yeah.
it good? I
Because
don't
you
know.
made it, you want to say it's good, but you don't
want
know.
to say
Everybody,
that, but I don't know.
everybody that I've shown this stuff to has been like, "It's really good." Like all 3
Oh.
people, but they've been like, "It's really good."
Oh, well, that's
Like,
lovely.
okay, now take that and bring it to other
My,
people.
my dad told me something terrifying recently because I was talking to him about something and something GoBicker related kind of came up, but I didn't mention specifically GoBicker. I just kind of the
My fake internet
podcast I
company.
do, and he said, "Yeah, I've I've heard a few of them. You guys are really funny." And I went, huh. "What the fuck does that mean?"
Hi, Daddy
which ones?
Terry.
Which ones?
Stop your dad.
I need a
Dude,
list
sock
right
soft
now.
is your
Which ones have you
favorite.
heard? What have you heard me say? Because I can take solace in the fact that if I'm just screaming right here in my room, he can hear that, but it's muffled, so there's no like words. So if I'm like jerk my dick, he's not like he's not hearing anything specific. But if he listens to the episode and I got this real nice high quality audio technical microphone,
Jerk my dick.
yeah, you'll hear it in crisp
Can-
1080p audio.
Can we get your dad on the podcast?
I mentioned in a few episodes about how he breathes really loud, and that means that no, we can't. Because you hear and that would drive everyone crazy, most of which would be me, because I can't stand it. I have to wear headphones anytime I'm near them, and like turn on white noise just to block it out because it's so loud and so disgusting. I can't stand it.
We should get a parrot episode going where each of us
Oh,
gets a
God.
parrot and they do
No,
the.
thank you.
We've talked about we have talked about a dad.
Mama Kit will be there.
Great.
That's the thing. Like, I try and watch what I say, so I don't say anything like self-incriminating.
You do a really bad job though.
That ship
I do.
has sailed for all
But
of
like,
us.
I don't like. I'm not like cartooner. I'm not like Terry, where he talks about jerking off and the socks coming off. Like,
yeah, but
Socks
like you've said
off.
some really atrocious things.
Yeah, you do. It's,
I say
it's
atrocious
few and
things
far
as-
between, but
Oh
yeah,
boy,
kids
everything
still.
froze again. It's
Huh?
fine,
What?
but like
what?
You froze up there for a second.
everything. Yeah, I froze up there,
Oh.
and I got of scared.
Oh no, not again!
Yeah, Maya says bad stuff, few and far between, but when she says it, it's bad.
Yeah, but whenever I say it, it's like as a joke. Whenever I always
Well, yeah,
jokingly
we
say
always
very
say it as a
disgusting
joke.
Yeah,
things.
we
for the
all
most
joke
part.
on this. I know.
I don't
Okay,
actually
well then
wanna
again,
murder
we
children.
went over your kinks, or we tried to guess your kinks on a fucking podcast, or not a
Yeah,
podcast,
but that's
a
different.
after
That's
show.
different.
Yeah, we did in the
Kind of.
post show at
show.
patreon.com/GoBicker, where you can get that for just $1. The audio's not
What?
great though.
Just
so you can-
$1?
Yeah, just $1. It's a great deal. And then if you go to patreon.com/GoBicker at the $5 level, you get Discord as well. It's pretty sweet. And like, I don't want to like blow trade secrets or anything, but you only have to do it once, and you'll be in the Discord forever.
We
Are
will
you
not
telling me
kick
we
you
don't
out.
kick them out?
I mean, I'll kick them out if they're like, fuck you, I'm rigging the system. But I mean, if they're just kind of sneaky sitting
If
there,
you have $5 to spare, you might as well.
you know,
That's a good $5.
And you get
Yeah.
1 month of
just that
uh,
premium good
post-show.
shit.
Sometimes pre-show.
Yeah, sometimes pre-show if my computer doesn't shit the bed. That's fun.
In fact, only people with the pre-show got to see a little bit of what happened.
That's true.
Yeah.
If they were
I don't know
watching
what
it live.
happened. Do I look small right now? I feel small.
It's
I feel
okay.
like,
You're
I
a
feel
big
like
boy.
a little boy with
Don't
a
worry, I
ginormous
usually
head.
look very big, so
Yeah, just pull a kid.
One day this ship will take off, and we'll be able to frame things properly. I can't wait. Ooh.
Hey, I learned how to
big
frame
one.
things properly with my chicken.
You tried, yeah. It's still kind of weird. There's still like a little border on it. that
Oh,
I'm not
black,
even-
yeah. There's
I'm not
a.
sure.
Hold on, let me see if I can fix it.
oh, it's worse. It's now black bar.
Listen,
Whatever.
Okay.
Fuck
That's
it. Leave
That's
it.
fine.
We're
That's
done.
good.
It's done.
I said it was good, and
It's
then they were
done.
like, no.
It's
Just-
fine.
Stop touching it.
Be
touching it.
Be stop.
Stop.
Stop playing with your chicken.
Stop playing with your cock.
Stop playing with your cock.
Before we get into my whole part 2 of my my rants last week, I'd like to update what I said about like I'm not really looking forward to anything because I'm a big depressed fucking asshole. Isn't it crazy from week to week how I could look to myself last week and go, ay. But I didn't mention that there's a new Animal Crossing coming out this year, and that I'm fucking pumped for, because it means I'll finally buy the Switch, and I'm fucking excited. So, fuck, I think it's possible that Nintendo is gonna have a direct by the time this episode comes out, and so that means we could potentially know the release date of Animal Crossing by the time this episode comes out. If you're watching this as it comes out, it's possible you are living in a world where we know the release date, or potentially own a copy of Animal Crossing. That's fucking nuts. Oh man,
It's possible. Hello
good.
from the past.
that's gonna
So
be
the
crazy.
future is
We don't
amazing.
we don't know
can't
the
wait.
secrets of the future yet.
Can't
We're
wait.
here in 2019.
So anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to in 2019 by far.
I'm glad it only took
Animal
us.
Crossing.
I'm glad it only took us 2 weeks to close this topic
Well,
out.
I was listen. I'll get into it more in a second. There's a lot of bad juju going on right now, and so I forgot about the good Animal Crossing.
There's a lot of sadness up in this boy.
Boy howdy, if you only knew.
This bitch sad.
Yo,
Yeet.
bitch.
I hate how much I use that word. I hate that you introduced.
See, I
it to
told
me,
you.
Maya.
I told you when
I
I
hate you.
introduced yeet to you or
hate
dab.
it.
I told you. You start saying it ironically, and then you just start saying it, and then you just start dabbing. It corrupts you.
One of these days we've gotta wane off this yeeting and this dabbing and this lit and this fam and this squad and all this bullshit.
That's why I never started saying the F word.
Yeet. Fuck.
No. Damn. Why the fuck would I say fuck?
Is it weird to describe that fuck as crisp?
It's a.
That was a crisp, clean fuck.
No, now that just makes me want to have an audio file of me going, fuck!
But it was better because it didn't peak at all. It was just like perfect fuck. It was like if you needed to like have an audio, like to send to the aliens. What is Earth's best word? But we need like the crispest, cleanest audio, and then we send them that of mine going, fuck, just perfect.
That's how I did it. I did the little hand motion too. Fuck.
The aliens hear it, and then they come
I also
down,
had this thought. I didn't
and
write
then
it down,
they
but
come
thank
and
God
land
I
in
remembered
Texas.
it.
And then in Texas, they come out and they go, hey, hey, everybody, fuck. And then Texas is like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And that's how the aliens died.
I can't imagine people in Texas saying fuck for some reason. Like a Texas accent, like a guy in a cowboy hat and some boots and shit.
You're literally hearing it right now.
But no,
Howdy.
listen,
Howdy, y'all.
he could be from fucking anywhere. I mean like a homegrown leather skin cowboy hat, rootin' tootin' cowboy.
Yeah, Kit, you really don't do a good job of representing.
Oh, that's because we got
Texas.
ourselves some other fun words.
You need to get a cowboy hat.
I want to give it a try. I want to say, howdy. Want to go fuck in the back of my pickup truck?
I've never heard a Texas accent hurt more than that.
Yeehaw! That's exactly how Texans sound, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
that's
That is the only thing they say.
I'm
They don't say
Texan!
anything.
And they
just
only
say,
fucking pickup trucks.
exactly. They only say, howdy. Want to go fuck in my pickup truck?
I like that rhymes too.
Yeah. Want to
Howdy,
go
wanna
fuck
go fuck
in my pickup truck?
You just wrote a new country song.
Look it, I'm white.
No! It's not how
No.
my country works.
Your country. The good country of Texas.
Yeah.
They try.
It should be
you know?
a country. It's
We
it's
talked
a
about
big
that.
state.
Did we talk about that in the last episode? Was it here or was it
No.
on Happy Hour?
Probably on happy hour.
Listen,
Yeah, we talked about how Texas is-
there's no need to rehash
Texas is
past
huge.
conversations except for my whole like half of the show that I'm gonna take up rehashing what I talked about last week. It's fine. Another thought I had at some point recently, and I didn't write it down, but I'm glad I remembered it, is that if we were, I gotta be careful how exactly I word this because it could get kind of weird. So somehow, by some genetic doohickey, if you were to combine us into a singular person, perhaps you could say our child. Can you imagine?
Yikes.
Can you imagine the fucking wheeze that kid would have when he laughed? He'd have the wheeze of all wheezes.
The wheeze of the gods.
Yeah, I didn't realize, like, that's just now opening my eyes. I knew Chris had wheezed, but you wheeze a lot too, Terry.
Yeah,
I don't
do,
think
yeah.
Kit wheezes that much, does he?
If I laugh
think
really
I'm a
hard,
wheezer.
I can sound like a creature. Where it's like some sort of like a, what did my friend describe it as? There's this like I haven't been able to find the clip, but he swears it's true. From Atlantis? Is that the Disney movie? Is that a Disney movie that exists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Atlantis,
some
yeah.
like sea creature that has like some sort of like a loud whiny wheeze type
Oh, God.
sound.
God,
He has yet to
want
prove it to
search
me,
it
but
up, but can't.
yeah, don't
Don't
worry
you
about
have
it.
a
'Cause
phone?
listen,
You can Google it on your phone.
yeah, Google it on your phone, or don't fucking worry
then I
about
can't.
it. It's not that big of a deal. Either way, but the point is, creature, and then Chris has the volume. That's the big thing. But you've got the endurance. Oh wow,
I do.
was that like? Did I just see a ton of spit or? Oh no, that's just like light on your pop filter. I think. Does it?
You know what I'm actually sad about? I haven't had like a good hearty 4-second long wheeze in a while. You know, nobody's made me laugh that hard.
You snorted on our live stream.
I do snort a lot
Like
lately.
You got that going.
I don't know why. Like
You
there's a
heard
period
it
of
here
time.
first. Maya
I snort.
snorts.
Oink oink.
Yep.
I only snort when I'm trying to be quiet. That's when I do my cocaine. In the late nights at my house, I do heroin. I snort heroin so that my parents don't hear me.
You put it on a spoon, you light it up, and then you go.
Yep. Can you snort heroin?
You can snort anything
Listen,
in your mind.
You can put anything
Set
up
your
your
mind
nose
to.
if you really want to.
Penis.
You can eat.
Maya.
You could try.
Once again.
Hey, Chris, you nodded, all right? You're not allowed to be like, oh, I can't
That's
believe
probably
she
because
say something like that.
Because he didn't
can't-
realize what happened. He just kind of was like, penis.
Yep.
But then, luckily, me, an intellectual, realized what was happening.
I see you're a man of culture as well.
I realized, and I was disappointed. I need to come up with a really good last name for you, Maya. To be like, I can't think of anything. Like, I came up with like Chris James or something last week for Chris, and it's like, I can call Michael Kit, and that works too. But like Maya, what? No, I can't. It's nothing.
My actual last name is a really good name to like yell because it starts with a
Just your
hard
last name?
sound. Yeah, like even just my last name because like
But
my
like,
brother
I
used to
need
play
something
football.
that just like flows together, you know?
I mean, Maya's just a name in and of itself.
Yeah. Well, yes.
What do you
that's-
tie to
that's-
that?
that is a
It
true
is a
fact.
name.
Maya is indeed a name.
Maya Anderson. Jesus.
That's not the worst. It's a little generic, but it also kind of does go, yeah, it's like Maya Anderson. Ooh, but if you throw a Louise in there, then it really sounds Maya Louise Anderson. There we go. I found it.
Sounds like an old southern
like
plantation.
What?
What?
MLA. Maya Louise Anderson. MLA format. Size 12. Font size 12.
Are you okay?
I'm really stressed from school, if you couldn't tell.
It's high school. Chill out, dog.
It's
Yeah, the
not
worst
the
gonna
worst.
happen is you don't get into college.
I got
and
into
then you
college.
get to go be
and
happy.
then you're poor and die.
Yeah.
God, I
That's the worst that
wish.
could happen.
Either way, you're gonna be poor and die because you're going to college. You're gonna spend like $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen no
MLA
matter
format. Not if I use
everybody-
MLA format. Size 12 font and times New Roman.
Louise.
what. Miles Louise.
Miles.
Miles.
So in late August, early September this past year, I actually, for once in my life, paid for the Adobe Cloud because I I needed all that shit for my classes, and I had some leftover student loan money, so I'm like, fuck it. It'll be easy to like be able to download all the apps and update them and all that. And then Chris, you posted that thing yesterday, like, what kind of pirate are you? And I think I saw it on Reddit a few weeks ago or something. And yeah, legit Adobe products are the fucking worst.
Definitely.
I've never had a program shit the bed more often than my legit Adobe products. When I was pirating that shit, it was like a dream. It never crashed. It never had any problems.
Oh, yeah.
Everything just fucking worked. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, fine, here's some money, and they're like,
I remember the few media classes
Fucking
I took in
assholes.
college. I got mad at the fucking how much they crashed on the computers, like the legitimate editions. I started bringing my laptop with all my pirated editions. Gotta make sure the FBI man ain't watching.
Oh my
Did you
god,
just,
we
like-
might get a viewer if we start talking about pirated stuff, though. Hi, FBI. I pirate
oh,
things.
it's Dave. He's back.
It's our boy Dave.
Dave, I missed you.
Our NSA.
Yeah, but
Concierge.
pirated Adobe stuff runs like a dream.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't like what the fuck is it? So it's like at this point it's like, why the fuck am I paying? Oh, because I need it to be updated. And I'm an idiot.
I just
guess.
download
don't
the
know.
latest torrent.
I have a lot of trouble finding the latest one though. That's my issue.
No, most time I think I used like 2015 Photoshop for pretty much up until I went to college for some media stuff and had to have up to date Photoshop. And it's really, I don't know.
There's some nice new tools in Photoshop though that are nice to have but
Yeah. There's one thing that bothers me. I'm gonna go on a brief rant about Adobe products.
feel free. That's what we're talking about.
I've got on my, I guess my taskbar, I've got 3 Adobe products. I've got Photoshop, Lightroom, and Premiere. I open up Lightroom or I open up Premiere on accident. It's cool. It's just gonna hang out in the background. You accidentally open up Photoshop, you're gonna know about it for the next 3 minutes of your life while it plasters over every other window. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's rough. Yeah.
It just exists and it keeps popping up and it takes you 5 minutes to close it. I hate it because Photoshop's right next to Discord and I need to move it. I could fix this problem just by moving the Photoshop icon.
Yeah, that sounds like user error there.
But
Well, I
it's
mean,
a
to
part
a
of it.
point.
You get used to where everything is. So it's like I don't want to move it because I'm used to where everything is. But at the same time, half the time I go to open Discord, it's like, oh motherfucker. All right, and I'm just gonna wait for Photoshop to open. And it's sitting there. It's like, oh, I accidentally open up Premiere. There's been times where I've accidentally opened up Premiere and it's ran for hours until I'm trying to do something. I'm like, what's bogging down my oh, Premiere's open in the background. It's trying to load files. I didn't even know it was open. Photoshop, you know about it. That bothers me. I don't get it.
I'm curious.
Why does it need to be so important?
I feel like I pay attention enough to know when I'm opening shit up and closing shit down, but you don't ever seem to know.
No.
Like I never accidentally open anything.
It's about a 1 in 4 shot if I'm going to open Discord. Either I'm accidentally going to open up Spotify if it's not already open, which is on one side of the Discord icon, or Photoshop, which is on the other side. It's about a 1 in 4 chance I'm gonna miss that boy.
You don't take that like half a second to not even to just realize what you're clicking, move your mouse to it, read it, and then click on it.
I do a lot of stuff.
You
blind.
you try and 360 no scope it.
I do everything completely blind on my computer.
Throws his mouse and hopes to click on the right icon.
And cast it out and hope.
Like Chris, I have cerebral palsy of clicking too, so I'll just every once in a while just hover over and be like, "Yep, that's what I want," and then twitch over to the next one, and then be like, "Oh no, I guess I'm opening this now. I guess now I'm spending 5 hours playing this video game." Oops.
Yeah, I'll just randomly reach over, grab stuff, shut it down. It's horrible, and that's why I don't keep a super lot of things. Because I know a lot of people have a million things on their taskbar. I don't keep a lot on there because I accidentally open up programs like a crazy person.
Hey, me too. I also don't keep a whole lot of stuff on my desktop because I hate clutter, and it feels very cluttered whenever there's a lot of stuff on the desktop.
I need to clean my desktop.
Search features are wonderful. I was having a conversation. I don't know if I was. Yeah, it was you, Terry. We did the live stream, or we were setting up for the live stream. You said something about how my Steam profile is completely in a disarray because I've got 3 folders in my Steam games profile. It's installed games, uninstalled games, and games for GoBicker. I have about 300 or 400 Steam games. I just search for everything.
It's really nice where I'm like, I want to play an open world game. Oh, here's the open world folder. Oh yeah, look at all these open world games. Oh, I'm thinking of playing a stealth game. Oh, look at my stealth game folder. I'm gonna play one of these now.
That's a pretty smart way to do it.
If I want to play a game, I'm like, okay, I want to play a stealth game. I've got Dishonored. I'll play Dishonored. I just know off the top of my head. Somehow I have in my head curated my 300 Steam games.
Except I bet you that's not even remotely true, because I bet you if you were to go through there, organize them, be like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that.
9 times out of 10, there's been a lot of times where I'll buy a game on a third-party website. Oh, it's a good deal. It's $5 for Rust or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, I already have that. I'm like, okay, I've got a Google Doc with Steam keys that I don't need that I already have games for. It's like, oh, I already own 6 copies of Rust.
Wouldn't it be nice then maybe to have shit kind of organized? Or just look before you buy it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Or it sounds like we can have a game giveaway thanks to Chris.
Yeah,
Chris. I really, honestly, no, I forgot. Okay, so legit deal. I forgot I subscribed to Humble Monthly until about 2 months ago. I have 300 games on backlog.
We can give out 1 game or 2 games a month on patreon.com/GoBicker at even the $2 level.
I've got a lot of games. It's ridiculous how many games. I need to go through and pull a bunch of keys that I'm not using because I've easily got probably 150 Steam keys on old Humble Bundle.
There's a big difference between 150 and 300.
Suck my dick, but it's a lot.
You say that like I don't want to. I do.
Oh. You
might be like, here, eat this ice cream. Like, no.
I'm uncomfortable now.
That's how I spend, every episode. You guys spent 25 minutes telling me butthole last episode, so I'm allowed to say some shit.
What point did we?
I like that word.
Yeah,
butthole.
we did. I forgot about that.
Butthole.
Good word.
No, it's not.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Their symbol is a butthole.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's a butthole.
It's not a butthole. Hold on.
It is a butthole.
I gotta look it up too. God damn it.
Everybody but Kit's allowed to Google things.
Oh no.
That's because he'll take 25 minutes, then we'll move on, and he still won't be there.
To Google 4 words, it takes 700 keystrokes and 20 minutes.
I wouldn't call that a butthole.
That's what it's designed as.
I would. That's a butthole.
It's a butthole.
Yeah. Also, if you watch the show Community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Their flag's a butthole.
Yep.
Community is one of the best fucking shows ever made. Just
It
saying.
really is.
I thought maybe someone would jump in there, so never mind.
No, it's good.
No, it's a good
It's-
show.
it's
I
Okay,
like it.
but like
I've
I
never
thought you'd
seen
be
it.
like you'd have something to add instead of being like
The comedic intricacies of it, really, no, it's a good show. That's the
okay,
beginning of
fine,
the
fine,
conversation.
shit.
We don't need to get deep.
My boy Childish Gambino's in it.
Your boy.
Yeah, that
My
boy's
boy.
in it, and the other boy's in it, and a boy that was on Harmon. Well, a guy that made Harmon, Dan Harmon made that show. I'm
Yeah.
about to say. He wasn't on it, he made it.
Yeah.
Another good show by the same boy that made the good show, Community. It was Harmon
Yeah.
Quest, which I binged in one day.
Harmon
And
Quest.
for the week and a half we talked about doing D&D.
Once we have time, I'll be glad to. Okay.
Maybe someday we'll have time.
What is time? Quit your job, come to Texas.
Jamie, look that up.
Jimmy, what the fuck is time?
Jamie.
Chimps, Jamie, do chimps know what time is? One day, I'm gonna get so famous. Let me tell you. And I'll end up on Joe Rogan, and I'm just gonna be like, chimps. And he's gonna be like, dude, let me tell you about these fucking chimps. And then I won't have to do anything. He'll just rant for 3 hours, and I'll get a free joint and like a a crate of elk meat.
You'll sit in the background and just nod knowingly. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So after last episode, and still kind of going on right now, I'm having just a wee bit of an existential crisis.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, but like it's been just all day every day where I'm sitting here trying to do literally anything else, and I'm like, oh god. And like I've had this idea since we started this show of doing like this really hilarious like emo episode where we'd be like, what's the fucking point? But then like I can't do it now because it's too real. Because I'm sitting here, I'd be like, but what is the point?
What is anything?
Why are we here? Like, what am I? And then it's like even worse when I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Am I wasting my youth? Oh God! And it's been a rough time.
Listen, I'm always down to talk about existential crises. Crises.
Like, okay.
Because can I tell you?
I wonder if you've had the same thing then. Have you seen that Reddit thread about what stats would you like to see like after you die?
Yeah.
That
it
one-
comes up like
I
once a month on Ask Reddit, but yeah, I've seen it
and
a
like
lot.
it came up recently, and I saw it again, and I'm like, no. What would it say? It'd be like hours wasted, 1 billion. Oh
All of them.
God.
All of them.
I think the one that fucked me up too is like, would you like the amount of people that liked you but you didn't know? I'd be like, oh God. Oh.
Yeah, that
What if
that
there is
bothers
somebody?
me.
Oh. It just freaked me the fuck out, man. Freaked me
I
the
think-
fuck out.
To me, what would be worse if there was like a 0 there?
Yeah,
Like,
that would
I
be
mean, that's
fair.
what I
Yeah,
was
that-
expecting. I would expect a 0, but the idea that's like, but what if it isn't? Then I'm like, but who could it possibly be? So then I'm going through like my Rolodex of people I've ever met, which isn't that many people.
I'm like, my mind is from 1985. There's a Rolodex and a cigarette sitting in an ashtray.
See, I think the difference is I'm happily married.
Yeah, so
I kind of don't care.
So you got
if somebody
you got
likes
your
me.
one.
So
You already
Must
got
be
your
nice,
hot
Kit.
wife. You don't count.
Yeah.
We have to find our hot wives.
Yeah.
I
it would
want
be
a
kind
hot
of
wife.
it would be kind of
We all
funny
want
if
a
like
hot
you could
wife.
scroll down and like see who it was, like who like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
click
well, yeah,
it
you'd want to
and
know, yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, so these are the people. But like, I feel like I would click it and it would just be my wife there, and I'd be like, How,
It's
what?
your wife and all of her alt accounts.
She likes me and I didn't know. Damn.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
my
like-
wife likes me?
I did
This
this
is a
wrong.
marriage of convenience.
What if you got the stats, you got to see who it was on, and you click the little drop down button, and then you see it and you're like, oh, well,
Ooh.
that's not
I
really,
mean,
oh.
in my head, like,
Grandma!
I'd be like, listen, okay,
I wasn't thinking that.
listen.
Oh no.
Oh, that's actually that reminds me, but it makes me think then as
Okay.
well. What if you got to see like the tab of the people who really truly loved you, and your grandma wasn't on the list?
Oh no.
Grandma, no.
Grandma.
I knew it. That bitch never loved me.
Or like, oh god,
And
that'd
did
be
it really mean that, Grandma? You're not a bitch if you're watching this
crazy.
from heaven.
From heaven.
Grandma just got off your list of people who truly
Grandma
love
just
you.
crossed herself out. I cannot believe it. Basically, all my notes are like,
What's the point?
it's just like, what is life? What is the point of me? Why am I here? Why do I do literally anything I do?
Listen, man.
But then, like, right now, I can kind of talk about it in kind of a joking manner. But, like, then I'll be sitting here, I'll be editing this, and I'll be like, oh, those are the only people I talk to all week. That's kind of fucking sad, isn't it? What is the... Why?
Because we love you. And you're beautiful. Shut up, you're beautiful.
Fuck you, you're gorgeous. Yeah, no, I mean, I know why we were, like... But, like, it's hard to articulate. Well, it's hard to describe just, like, this panic and this kind of crazy mad dad. It's like, okay, the best way to describe it would be to, you know, that episode of SpongeBob where he, like, deletes his brain or whatever, and then there's, like, a fire and all the SpongeBobs are running around throwing papers.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it's been, except it's been a ton of people getting high as fuck and just being like, what's the point of life, dog?
I know I had a moment when I first got out of college and got a real adult job where I was like, fuck do I do now? Like, I've been like my whole life it's been like, all right, get through high school, done that, get through college, done that. Now it's like, I guess I made it to the end. I guess I just die now.
Oh god.
Well,
I feel like you.
next
That's a scary thing. You gotta pace yourself because like that's one thing I'm worried about. Like I'm gonna like reach my goals really fast, and then I'm gonna be like, well, shit, where do I go from here?
That's when you set new goals, like get an apartment and move out and get a house.
Yeah, I mean,
find a hot wife.
eventually I finally figured all that out.
I want
but
a
there
hot
was,
wife before I get an apartment.
Yeah, definitely. I want the hot wife. That's first of all. That's my biggest thing on my goals.
Well, I mean,
it goes like hot wife, hot
Literally
wife.
everything else.
Literally. No,
sometimes you need to get an apartment to get the hot wife.
It's like, no,
That's true.
no,
listen,
Sometimes
come on.
hot
Listen, I
wives
got a
don't like
van,
people without
baby.
apartments.
Why?
Damn.
Wait, are you telling me people don't find it attractive when you live at home?
in your parents' basement.
Actually, no. You know what? I think nowadays people are more understanding of it.
Yeah,
'cause,
people
like,
don't
Yeah,
care.
that's true.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
most
'cause
people
like,
live with their
you're a
parents now.
millennial too. Okay, cool. You're paying off student loans and can't afford anything. We understand. I live in my parents too.
In your
At
parents.
my parents.
I live in
Oh,
my
God.
parents' flesh house.
I moved out of the womb at birth, but I moved back in.
I had to taunt for them because it was cold outside.
Oh God.
Isn't that the horsey thing from Star Wars?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tompa?
Just
Okay, cool.
Imagine
Yeah,
the unfortunate situation where you're like, sorry, Mom, it's 30 degrees out. You just slice.
No.
Oh, they're right. It does smell bad in here.
It's funny because it's a horrible crime.
Oh God.
Remember, don't cut up your parents and crawl inside of them.
What really is crime though? Like anything is crime, man.
Like
It's just words on paper.
It's everything's a crime if the government says it is.
It's all about the government.
What even
And
is the
who's the
government, man?
government?
If-
Like,
Who are
If
these
the government
people
was a
to
bunch
say
of
that
penguins,
what I should
then-
be doing with my life?
I
Taxes
didn't
are
hear
theft.
a word of what Terry just said.
he's just yelling about the government now.
Taxes are theft.
Welcome to Alex
Government should be
Jones's.
shut down. They're a bunch of crooks.
Yeah, we talk about how I'm not gonna get my tax return because Trump shut down the government.
Trump's a bitch.
Hey,
I need my money.
supposedly if the government's shut down for 30-something days, Texas can become its own country. Woo!
I don't think that's
not
how it
real at
works.
all.
My own
But-
country. I'm gonna be a one-man country, and then
And it's only gonna be in your parents' basement.
and I'll give myself the death sentence for being a fuck.
God. Who's gonna execute
Like-
you?
I really.
You?
listen, I'm the yeah. Of course I'm gonna execute myself. Don't be fucking dumb.
It's called suicide.
It's called
To be
suicide.
thinking,
We've been talking about it for 2 weeks now.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I was like, well, who's gonna do it? Is because I was thinking like the old school guillotine, and I was like, how are you gonna?
You can,
How you
gotta-
gonna
you
pull
you
the
probably get a
string?
rope to
Yeah, you
like
just get a rope.
like you
true.
just
Yeah.
like the guillotine.
You just get a long stick and hit the lever.
rope, and
Yeah.
then it's
You know what would be a crazy way to kill yourself? If you like taped a knife to the or like put a knife handle in the wall, right? So it's like facing out, and you just run into it.
Ooh,
That would be dedication. That means you want to die.
that's crazy. I could do that.
You have to hit that thing pretty hard.
No, don't.
I'm not,
First off.
listen, I'm not
Second
done. Listen, I'm only 20. I haven't told 25. I'm not gonna do it
You
yet.
just got 5 years to plan it out.
Yeah, I don't want that to be the plan. Where it's like, hey, by
actually-
the way, we found Terry attached to his wall with a knife.
The last episode hasn't come out to the public yet. I really I'm not saying any of this because I want people to be like, oh no, you poor thing. I don't want any fucking messages. I don't want anything. I'm just venting is all I'm doing. I don't want anything. So I hope
But we do want the sub.
He's gonna do it whether or not you are sad.
I'm just like, I just hope it doesn't seem like I'm fishing for anything. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm real sad. Do you have anything to say about that? Like,
That's why I just keep digging in deeper.
yeah.
No. We're
So I'm
fishing
just-
for subs.
I just
Let's get
really
that
wanna-
sweet
yeah.
sub count.
I don't know.
I'll use his sadness for subs.
To summarize, I don't fucking know anything. It's crazy. I'm
What
having a
is
meltdown.
anything though? Like look that shit up, Jamie.
I don't know. It's just it's been driving me I'll be trying to go to bed and everything too, and that's the worst time because I don't have anything to distract myself with. I'm just sitting there with my own fucking head, and like it's really bad in the shower as well because I'll be sitting there.
Yeah.
And then it's really actually it's probably worse in the shower because then I'll be like washing hair. Oh. Oh, that's right. I'm me still.
That's
It's just
That's why you masturbate in the shower like a
Oh
grown
God!
up.
Oh my God! That took a sharp left turn, huh?
But then you don't feel sad, you're happy. Until it's
why I just-
over, of course.
Listen,
Then you
like-
just go deeper into sadness, like, oh, it's everywhere, it's in my hair. I have to clean it
oh
out.
Jesus Christ.
I feel the worst in my life after the songs go back on. I'll say that. I feel the worst. Because then, again, actually, so I made the joke with the songs off episode. I'm sitting there like, oh, dead inside and all that, and it was really funny. Ha ha ha. It's not totally a joke.
Unlike my life, it's
It's
not
like,
a joke.
yeah, you look back up and you're like, you see these fucking, these hot broads going at it, and you're like, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. And it's just disappointing.
I know. I'll segue away from your sadness to my sadness.
Sure, yeah.
God,
No,
this episode's
but like,
gonna kill me, dude.
I'm real bad. Admittedly, I tend to get really existential when I'm doing long drives in the van because unless I'm listening, if I'm doing like over an hour, I have to put a podcast on because if I don't, I'm like, I'll just be driving, listening to music, and I start thinking, and then it's like the weird shit comes out because it's literally I'm just this is my weird existential thoughts. It's not like, why are we all here? It's like, where did I go wrong to get me to this place?
Oh my God!
I think some of that kind of shit too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what did I screwed somewhere along the lines? Like the last year, I just think about that. Where, and then it's like, why do we only have 32 subs on GoBicker?
Yeah, I
did we
guess.
go wrong?
I mean, yeah, GoBicker. I mean, it's weird because it helps me. It has a place for me to just yell at somebody about all my problems. It's my own little therapy.
It's way cheaper than therapy. Well,
But-
no, not really.
Yeah.
But
Same.
at the same time, it's this constant thing like hovering over me. Like it's like a constant reminder of my failure. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh God.
And I don't know, man. I don't know about this whole GoBicker thing. I'll keep doing it because again, one of the things I'll think about is like, well, if I'm not doing this, then what the fuck am I doing? I won't be talking to anybody. I'll just be sitting here with my thumb up my butt.
Butthole.
Butthole. My thumb up my butthole.
I put my thumb in my butthole.
This okay. Complete sidetrack. Is the movie Monkey Bone real, or is that like a figment of my imagination?
Monkey bone?
With Brendan
The
Fraser.
one with the mummy guy?
Yeah.
Terry
Yeah,
just die.
that's-
No.
Did I just die?
No.
I don't know.
Is everything
I
okay?
don't- Hello?
I just died.
you-
No, you're fine.
Oh no.
Blink twice if you need help.
Can he hear us? Oh, he can't hear us.
We can all
Kid.
hear him.
Boy.
Oh
Eric,
no! He's
what
angrily
if he gets
typing.
his
We
dick
can
out?
see him.
No, don't. Keep your clothes on.
Take it off.
What's happening?
We can see you.
I don't like this.
We can hear you.
I'm back.
Oh
I
my
don't like it. I was just made very uncomfortable.
We know what you're doing.
Glad it is.
We can see you. We can hear you. You're moving. Everything's perfectly fine. You're like, is everyone dead? Did someone die?
No,
Oh,
literally,
God.
Terry said something about monkey bone, then all of a sudden everybody froze up. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So
It was
I was
monkey
like, okay,
bone.
my internet's good. So I pinged
Oh,
Google.
God, kid's
and
frozen.
Google,
Oh, no, he's
like,
not.
everything's good.
Listen, something's
weird.
not right now.
I'm frozen.
What?
Yeah, that was fun. Anyway,
So my existential crisis is the thought of death.
And
I
how
think
you
I
want to
mentioned that a
die?
little bit. No, well, see, I'm actually scared of death. Like, highly scared of it because, I'm religious and stuff and believe in heaven and whatnot. But what if I'm wrong and there's nothing? The thought of nothing scares me.
see, I've come to terms with that because I'm agnostic, so I don't believe in anything. And
Isn't that an
Like-
atheist?
atheist is you're against religion. I think.
No, it's like a definitive I do not believe this shit exists.
Yeah.
Agnostic
Yeah,
is like
I'm just like I don't. My belief is I don't know.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't like stand by any. I just don't adhere to any formal religious stance, which is wonderful when you're in the South. That just makes people so happy. Anyway,
yeah,
that's
they
a
love
whole nother sidebar for a whole nother podcast. It's one of those things where it's like it's kind of I don't know. It's one. I guess like my line of belief is it's like well if there's something there, cool. If it's not, that's not my problem. I'm not gonna know. I just. Either way, try and live my life as a horrible gosh darn person because it's funny.
For me, the problem that I have is that I can like think of a whole lot of stuff all at once and do all these things, and then the thought of not being able to think anything and like everything's gone. There's no feelings. There's nothing to like. Just thinking that like I keep on going down this like path of. Oh, this is what nothing is, and then I'm like, no, I'm thinking about it, so that can't be nothing. So I have to go past that. What's past that nothing?
It
Oh,
really-
it's another
yeah.
nothing.
Well,
But
that's
then I keep on
assuming that you're
going.
like conscious and like aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think you
Yeah.
would
Well,
be aware.
No.
I know you wouldn't be aware what's going on. That's the reason why I keep on thinking about not knowing about what I would feel, and then trying to imagine it, and
Yeah.
that causes me to go, well, no, I can't. That's not it because I'm imagining it.
What?
I have to think of not
okay.
imagining something.
Yeah,
and it
it's like what
hurts.
is complete nothingness?
That's the thing.
That's
that you can't
because I've thought
imagine.
about this same thing a lot, where it's like I want to believe deep down in my heart of hearts that when you die, so your consciousness being energy has to be transferred somewhere, and I want to know because like I've read that before. Like your consciousness is a person. We're getting really fucking deep here. Your consciousness is energy, and through laws of physics. Energy can't just disappear. What happens to that energy when you die? Does it like just poof out into space?
well,
like what,
Energy
what happens
doesn't disappear, but like if you have a rubber band and you're
It's
pulling
about to
it,
get scientific here. Welcome to my TED
and you're
talk.
pulling it, and so whenever you die, it's like the rubber band. Like you can either let go of the rubber band, it shoots off, and then turns into nothing.
But that's not nothing. Look it, the rubber band's still there.
The rubber band is still there. The rubber. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is that
Your
rubber
body's
band.
still there, but
That-
your energy's gone.
What I'm saying,
It's not gone,
There's-
it's just dispersed.
yeah, but
Well,
what, like,
the
what-
energy's no longer inside the rubber band.
Yeah, but it's still, like, in the universe. You know what I mean?
it still
So you
exists.
could think of it as
Cosmologically,
like-
where does it go when it disperses?
It probably...
Where does the rubber band energy go?
Into
I
your
don't
hand,
know.
think?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Into my hand. So
where-
So it
my
goes
hand's the
into the
car
earth.
What if
that
your
hits
hand?
Chris?
What if your hand? What is your hand on the grand cosmological scale of things?
It's a hand. That's what
Like
it is.
in the metaphor,
It's the
of
whatever.
the rubber
my hand is
band-
whatever death is.
The rubber band is life. Your hand is death.
Yep. So
What is
like
it?
this could be a bus that hits Chris. Boom.
Exactly.
And
What-
then that's where all the energy goes is into that bus.
Yeah, I know, but I want.
And now you're a bus.
I'm sorry,
Dude, you can be a bus. Also, the way I like to think about it is if there is nothing, like, have you ever had those nights where you go to sleep, you basically just wake up, like, you
Like, you
don't
kinda
remember
blink.
any dreams. It's
Fucking
kind of
worse.
like,
Yeah.
It's kind of like fast traveling, except you don't. It's like waiting in a game.
It's like the worst fast travel.
It's the worst fast travel. So I think it's like that, where it's not. It's like before you wake up and after you fall asleep, where it's just like you don't feel, you don't remember anything.
But that is the thing that, as you said, you don't feel or remember it. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to try to imagine that. I can't imagine it.
Yeah, it's like you can't. It's imagining nothing, like I said, and that's.
And again, you can't do it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't try to imagine it.
But that does bring up an interesting point of, like, if you die and then somebody puts your consciousness back into something else, then you will
It's like
just
fast
kind
traveling.
of blink into existence, kind of like
That's
that
why,
stream, like fast traveling. So you'll just all of a sudden be dead, and then you'll be in a computer like, what the hell just happened? Why am I in
Somewhere
porn?
deep level, I hope we figure that kind of stuff out. Like, can you transfer consciousness to a computer? Because that's a thing that's been theorized as possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, because like your brain is like just like electrons or electricity firing all back and forth and shit. So I mean, like,
I would sign up for that. Like, if I could do that and never die, I would totally do that.
I would,
but
How do you
but
remember
it has to
stuff?
be a transfer, and it cannot be a copying, because if you copy consciousness, then it's not. You still have two separate beings. And so I would still be this one that's able to die, and then I'll just know, like, oh, that's the one that I wanted to be.
There's
in
another
the computer.
kid out there in a computer. He's an iPad. He's just chilling out.
I wanted to be the iPad one. Why am I still here?
See, I don't know.
Somebody broke down the
Someone
door.
just broke into Maya's house.
Yeah.
I don't know if a true transfer would ever be possible. That's another thing I've thought about a lot. I think about a lot of really weird shit. Because, like, the energy that fires
Energy, man.
the electrons in your head. Like, aren't you like, okay. I watched a video once on YouTube.
Welcome to the High Podcast.
That's like, what if, because nobody really knows why we sleep. That sounds
What? What do you mean nobody really knows why we sleep?
Well, people actually do
bear
not
with
know.
me, bear with me.
What are you
bear with me,
talking
bear
about?
with me, Paya, bear with me. They don't. Nobody. This is the most buck wild.
No, continue. I want to know what you mean when you say we don't know why we sleep.
No. Like, okay, we get tired and we go to sleep and we restore energy, but like scientists have looked into this and they're like, we don't need nearly as much sleep as we require. Like, we should only need like an hour or two of sleep, yet we need 6 or more hours to function as normal human beings. And you don't sleep, you start to break down, your brain starts to freak out. I saw a video and I need to see if I can find it where it's like, what if you go to sleep and you always like you wake up and it's like defragmenting and screwing with you. I don't really I'm talking about this. My trail of thought is completely leaving me right now. It's like, what if you pretty much become a new person every day? It's just like your brain's copying, backing up everything while you're sleeping, doing all that crazy stuff, defragmenting, and you just pretty much like, boom, new person. That's the energy. Like, it's new, creating new energy in your mind.
There's actually huge theories of that.
Yeah, it's like so like at the same time, like every day you're a new person. You're a new you. Welcome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You're a new you. So does the energy transfer to the iPad kit really even matter if it's like just a copy? If your brain is making new copies of you every day.
I don't agree with anything you just said.
One of the interesting thought projects that people do that's kind of along the same line is, what if we started existing an hour ago?
Yeah, like I think about that one a lot.
Everything before that point, it's just thoughts that you go in. Like, you think that you were there.
I used to think about this is a weird thing. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I used to think about that a lot because I was like, what if time travel is real? We would never know. We would never know if like time travel is real, because if you went back in time right now, if I went back in time and I like just like I don't know, fucking killed Abraham Lincoln when he was a baby, Abraham Lincoln would not exist. You people.
What do you mean, you people?
It would just,
you mean past people?
It would just go like,
say
boom.
that to my face, future
all
Chris.
of history would be, because that's like the thing with time travel is like all the paradoxes and stuff. That would completely axe everything. Abraham Lincoln never existed.
And
It
therefore
makes
you would
sense
have
in my
never gone
head.
back in time.
I think I get it.
Because the reason for
Yeah.
you going back in time was to kill Abraham Lincoln, and then he doesn't exist, so you would never go back in time, and so you would blow up the universe.
I
You should
mean-
have said Hitler.
If you ask me, that's how you
But-
meet the Doctor.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't believe in time travel for that reason. Well, I do,
Time
but I don't.
is-
I don't know. We would never know if
time
time
is
travel is real. What
Here's the
is-
theory about time travel that I like is that, and I don't necessarily like it, but it's the most reasonable one that gives me hope for science.
What do you have
Is
in
that
your hand?
you can only travel back as far as the first time the time machine was turned on.
Okay.
If someone
yeah.
turned on a time machine today, you could travel anywhere in the future and all the way back until until today. But you cannot go any farther back than today because the time machine was not on yesterday; it was on today.
See, but
Time
what is time?
exists.
Well,
That leads
It's-
us to the question
it's
of what is
dimension.
time?
It's
isn't
the-
it gravity pretty
It's
much?
another.
Yeah, it's gravity. It's a property of gravity because I know if you exceed the speed of light, theoretically, I don't even know if it's theoretically. This might actually be proven. If you exceed the speed of light, the world, like everything, speeds up. If you slow down to a certain point, like going into black holes.
Well, time is dimension. Like it's another dimension. Like it's not like
Yeah,
it
it's like a
exists-
3D. It's a 3D
It's-
axis. It's another axis of
Yeah, it's the fourth dimension. Is time.
or the fourth dimension. Yeah.
So it exist. All of time exists. We just can only perceive it at certain intervals.
This is a buck wild episode.
And I felt like I was way too smart on words today, so I'm gonna start
Yeah.
saying penis a lot.
Dick,
No, no, no.
stupid
like,
butt poop.
Yeah, buttholes. Can we talk about grandmas again?
time and sleep isn't real. And
The,
what is
the
life?
meaning of sleep?
I still don't understand the whole like you copy all your memories and
No, it's a
make
thing. Like
the-
you can look this up, and there's been studies on it where it's like because it's the whole thing with sleep deprivation and stuff like that. It's pretty much the theory is I'm trying to remember it to
Die
the best of
every
my
night.
abilities.
I don't
It's like
buy
you're
it.
pretty much like okay, you take a backup of your hard drive on your computer,
Okay.
and every night your brain's pretty much making a backup of everything you know, refreshing all that, refragmenting everything. And that's what dreaming is that one's proven. Like dreaming is supposed to be like defragmenting your memories.
How do you prove that?
You know,
Yeah,
they've,
how
they've
do you
proven that.
prove
I
that?
think.
Okay, sure,
I don't
cool.
know.
They've proven it. What do you mean though? What does that mean?
Yeah, how did they prove it?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm talking about stuff I read on Wikipedia
Listen,
at
yeah,
3 in the
well,
morning.
I'm just asking, what else did you retain from this deep dive in Wikipedia? I'm trying. I'm asking for
drunk
clarification. You're like, but I don't know. I'm just spewing shit. I don't know. Like,
I am. Isn't that what we do here every week?
yeah, but
Well,
I was
the only
hoping that
reason-
like you could recall a bit more. I don't know.
You collect a bunch of memories, and your brain's got. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Look it
now you're
up.
just
Look up a TED
repeating.
Talk. There's a TED Talk on it somewhere.
I have a counterpoint to that thought, like because you were saying that humans should only need 1 to 2 hours of sleep a night. I think the reason why we need more is probably because like when we could survive off of 1 or 2 hours is probably when we didn't have as great like higher level thinking. You know what I mean? Like because
Yeah.
thinking exerts a lot of energy, and then on top of that, we still function as like the primal human beings that we are. Like we still
Yeah.
like eat, we still like run around, like we do a ton of shit, and then on top of that we think a lot more, and that exerts more energy as well. So that's probably why we
is
need more sleep.
Definitely a theory of why we need more sleep, and that's one that people theorize as well. Like, oh, we need a lot of sleep because we're higher thinking beings and exert all the energy, as you said. But a lot of scientists don't actually know the reason for needing the sleep.
That's
needing
it. That's
the
the point.
recharge.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Is why do you need it? That's what they're trying to figure out.
Well, because if
Not
you're
like-
exerting more energy, you need to sleep to. It's the same reason why we sleep in the first place, because it's to re-energize
Yeah,
all of our
but
cells.
Yeah, but why do we
you
need
get
to
your
Hold on.
energy. You
re-energize
get
all
your
of our
energy
cells?
from food. You're burning calories.
The point they're trying to make, and I don't know if I agree with it either, but the point is that they think that you only need this much sleep in reality, but then for whatever reason we actually need this much.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't even understand, or actually, science doesn't really even understand what sleep exists for.
Yeah.
Like,
What is
why
sleep?
do we
That's the
need
point I'm
to
trying to
sleep?
make.
I mean,
What is
And
sleep?
why
Wait,
does
wait.
why does it energize your cells? Like, why does sleep
It's because
do
you're
that?
you're not walking, you're not running, you're not actively using them. You're passively using them, and so that rest gives you time.
I don't know. I just think it's weird that for like 8 hours, well, more realistically, it's like 5 or 6, but like for a period of my day, I'm just not there.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
just chilling
there.
out on that weird rectangle, completely unaware of my
If
surroundings.
you sleep for 8 hours a day, you're spending like what was it, a fourth of your or a third of your life sleeping.
Yeah,
But
Good thing I don't sleep for 8 hours a day.
I get to be existential more.
like, no, lost it.
Aw, I'm sorry, Terry.
I'm not.
Aw.
Well, knife wall is about to happen.
I came up with a new saw trap.
Pretty sure that's already a soul trap.
It's such a
Probably.
disturbing thought.
I don't know.
This whole episode is disturbed.
But like,
Yeah, we should
do
go
you
have like a
ever-
lighter topic.
Do you ever think
Why haven't
about,
you seen
like,
heard of more people doing knife wall?
what is thinking?
Hey, well, it's
Like-
the knife wall challenge.
Sometimes, let's go back to being existential. I'll just be like looking at myself in a mirror, and I'm like, how can I comprehend anything? I'm just space dust. I'm just a flesh bag staring into this weird thing. Like, why do we need anything? Why does this all exist? Why did we crawl our way out of the primordial muck? What is life? We're all
But isn't it kind of
stardust.
cool how like small we are compared to everything in the universe, but we can also still comprehend all of that?
Yeah, like we are like
That's, like,
there's
so
a saying
cool.
or there's a phrase that's like we are the universe experiencing itself, and that really speaks to me on my weird, deep, like
I agree with you, man.
it speaks to me. But no, it's like when you think about that, it's pretty cool. But I don't know.
And like
Or-
another way I like to think of it as like I used to also be like, fuck, what am I doing with my life, dude? I'm gonna die any second. And then I kind of realized like we only put expectations on ourselves. Like the universe doesn't expect anything from us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no,
it's
this is all
just other
people.
humans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I find comfort in the fact that I don't have to do anything. Like I could just exist. Like and nobody. Well, the universe wouldn't punish
The
me for just
universe wouldn't
existing.
do anything, but the IRS
People
probably
would,
would.
I'm pretty sure the universe was like,
The government would not like it if I went off into the woods and kind of like dug a little hole.
Here's an idea though. Would the universe do something via, your friends or your family?
Yeah.
or
What if
government
the
or whoever?
universe, like, okay, at that point, what is the universe?
IRS is the universe.
We're
Can
we're
the
all made
universe
of
really
stardust,
do
man.
anything?
We are the universe.
That's the thing. Can the universe even like really do anything though?
Yeah,
like,
they
I don't
can.
think it has
I'm
any
the universe.
power.
Kit's the universe. You're the universe. Terry's the
The
universe.
universe can do absolutely anything but nothing at the same time.
Yeah. It's like
It just like us. The universe just is.
the universe is everything. It's everything around us. It's us. It's that wall. It's Terry. It's the chicken in your picture. It's all the universe. Like
I'm the
so
universe.
in a way, us like, your boss being like, "Yo, go pick up that pallet of chickens or whatever." Isn't humans, it's the universe telling you to go pick up that pallet of chickens.
No,
that's
I don't
not
think
just
that's
people.
the case. I think it's just my boss telling me to pick up a pallet of chickens.
Well, the boss is the part of your universe.
Boss
Another
is part of the universe though, man.
vice versa on that. Everybody is their own universe because your universe only exists through your perception. So
Yeah.
as soon as you die, your perception of that universe is gone, so therefore that universe is destroyed
That
and
does
never
fuck
will
me up.
exist again. Because there's no longer will that perception exist.
You ever have
That's
those
the part that-
days where oh go ahead, Maya.
That's the part that fucks me up. The knowledge that other people have perceptions of me that I don't know about and that I can't change because I'll never see that person again. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I could have had
See.
like a really bad day and I could have like given somebody on the street attitude and like that person thinks that I'm an asshole.
Don't worry, that person will someday die and then that universe will be destroyed. Where you're the
That
asshole.
doesn't comfort
And you can
me.
rush the process along if you really want to.
Yeah.
You think I'm an asshole? I'm gonna kill you.
Listen. Sorry, friend.
Oh, you think I'm an asshole, huh?
I think it's healthier to think of all of this universe stuff as in like we're all really tiny on the universe. The universe doesn't know what it's doing. We don't know what we're
Yeah.
doing. Just
How is that
do
healthier?
anything. Because it's like it's
That's
less
the thing
pressure
that causes
on you.
people.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
can
the
see
thing
that.
that causes people to be like, no, why do I exist? I'm just a little tiny speck of dust. Nothing I do matters.
Well, you guys are both looking at the same situation. One of you is half glass half full one to half glass empty.
Half glass
So
empty.
that's why it's not really a healthier way of looking at it. It's just another way of looking at
It's
it.
close enough, all right?
Yeah.
Is it glass half empty to think of it as in like the universe isn't expecting anything of me. I'm not
That's
expecting
glass
anything
half
of the
full.
Yeah,
universe.
that's
like
glass half full. That's
okay.
like
I thought you were calling me glass half empty.
That's like just chill up, man. We're just a speck of dust. But then the glass half empty is like we're just a speck of dust. What's the fucking point?
The universe doesn't expect anything from me, so why should I expect anything from me? Let me just...
I still say
Knife wall
that
me.
like the universe is everything around us. So
Terry, what do you think about the
like,
universe?
what do you think about the good
I
universe?
can't wait to get out. That's all I think.
Oh, God. Do you ever really get out though? Even if you're dead, do you ever really leave the
like-
universe?
As long as this whole thing is done,
As long as his brain is turned off.
yeah.
His universe will no longer exist.
Listen, here's the thing. Either I kill myself or I get turned into a bowl of mush.
In this world, it's either kill yourself or get killed. What you gonna do?
You're not wrong. Like, I don't know, man. Got a lot of questions about life in the universe.
So Steven Universe is a really good show. Anybody else?
I never seen it.
Segue into a fun
We do
show
need to
for
segue into a
children?
lighter topic.
Steven
I
Universe.
don't know, man. I still got a lot of.
Steven
We've
Universe.
been talking about depressing shit for
Steven
an hour.
Universe.
It's not depressing.
And Supernatural are shows. Oh, and Riverdale are shows that I will never watch because they are too mainstream, and I'm a hipster.
I'm a hipster.
I've never
I would actually
seen.
go for Steven Universe though. It's actually a pretty good show.
Supernatural
It's too
was
mainstream.
only good in the first 2 seasons, and then they
Because
started
every
bringing in
episode after the first 2 seasons was the first 2 seasons on repeat.
Well, no, not even. Like, in the first 2 seasons, they fought, like, actual monsters, like, werewolves and, like ghosts, like, and now it's
That's
just
what I'm
all
saying.
this
That they ran
demon
out of
shit.
stuff. They ran out of stuff to do.
And, like, they
because the
bring in-
universe is finite,
actually-
man.
I actually agree with Maya. The first season and the second season were amazing because they were fighting different monsters
Yeah, they were
each
good.
episode.
And now it's
They're
just
good.
And then
always the
after
same
that,
demons, the
it
same
was just
Satan.
one demon
Aren't you guys?
for
That's what I'm
5
saying.
seasons.
Aren't you all arguing the same point?
We're angrily
Exactly.
telling each other the same point.
You're right! You're right! And I'll tell you why you're right!
Sit down. Shut up. I'm going to tell you why you're right.
That's how people aggressively talk on Tumblr. They're gonna be, sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen here, pussy lips.
Does Tumblr still exist?
Yeah, it does.
Apparently, it never
thought
died.
it died
Everyone
with
kept
the
saying it was
porn.
going to die, and I
No,
literally.
they were
just
like,
didn't-
oh, we're gonna delete all the blogs that are not safe for work, and then they ended up not even doing that.
Oh, they
just-
didn't do it.
No, they blurred the icons so that the icons are all pixelated now, and that's it. That's the only difference there is.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what happened with that because I know. Sorry, I had a real good yawn there.
Sorry, we're
Yeah, I
boring
know
you.
everyone was freaking out about it, and then I literally heard nothing else for the rest of my life about it. So
The rest of your life. Okay.
yeah, because I'm just gonna.
It hasn't even been a month.
Life is short, man. I want to know what's on the other side.
Not
I
short
want to know what's on the
enough,
other
let me
side of
tell
the
you.
knife wall.
I heard somebody on a podcast earlier today say talking about how short life is, and I was like, if you say so.
Life is literally an infinite amount of time for you.
To you, yeah, life is forever. It's just how long is forever, man.
Taking forever's for fucking taking forever. Let me tell you.
But anyways, let's go back on to lighter topics.
Yeah,
Terry, tell
Chris,
us
what
about
was your
killing
topic?
yourself again.
I'm a.
What were you gonna? Weren't you gonna talk about last episode?
What?
I think you're the only one that didn't get their topic out last
Yeah,
episode,
yeah.
Kit.
No, well, Terry was gonna talk about more stuff about last episode. I thought, or unless that was
I
all
mean-
the space stuff that we were talking about.
Basically, I could sum up. I could sum up the last like hour to say I'm having a real rough time, and I don't know what to do about it.
I think you should gain the mentality of, like, everything's meaningless, so you might as well do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's kind
Well,
of.
As long as
listen,
it's not hurting others.
Maya,
'cause
yeah, that's a
then
dangerous
you
thought,
should-
That's not a good one.
Because what I
Once
want
again,
isn't necessarily good
the
for
police.
No.
The police will still arrest you if you kill someone. You can
Everything
sit
is
there and
not
yell.
meaningless.
You
You're
can
very
yell.
important to us.
But listen,
us three.
listen,
And if something was to happen to you, we would be hurt deep
here
inside.
is my issue.
In our inside
Listen,
holes.
I promise, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move past this. Here's my issue.
Inside
I don't.
buttholes.
There's nothing that could possibly be said or done that'll make me believe that's true. And that's my own fault. And I'll take credit for it. We gotta move on. I'm getting real sad.
I'm sad. I don't like this topic. I'm sad. I don't want Terry
that's
to die.
crazy. I sometimes I'll see people on shows and stuff, and they'll start crying. I'm like, you pussy. Just got pretty close just now.
Oh,
That's
I
nuts.
want to hug you, even though you don't
I've
like
never
hugs.
had that before. That's crazy. So I had this topic written down for a few weeks because we need to move on.
I'm getting the knife wall ready now.
I found this Reddit thread. Now that I'm looking at the link, I'm not sure how I came across it because I just now read this. It's r/seduction.
Okay.
Not sure how
I think it came from that one.
My.
Welcome to the
thing
kink
you had.
episode.
Well, no, listen, it's not kinky whatsoever. Let me tell you, because it's really simple. I found 30 first date questions that will kick awkwardness in the butt, and I just figure it'd be fun to quickly kind of go through some of these and be like,
Ooh.
and just start talking about these things.
All
We're
right.
all on our
okay.
first date.
Yeah.
Four-way.
I was about to say something, but I don't know what you say on a date. remember, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are keeping this brief because there's 30 of these, and we're not going to go through all of them, but we don't need to be here for another couple
It's not
hours.
boxers. It's brief.
If you won the lottery, okay, I'll change this question. If you won the lottery, what is the first thing you would do with the money?
Pay off student loans.
That's a really good.
go
That's a really
live
good
in
call.
my existential hut in the middle of nowhere, where I can be as the universe intended. No, actually, I talked about this a lot. Okay, was it the first thing I do?
Yeah, just to keep it
Uh-huh.
simple, it's like just
I guess
number
I'd,
one
I'd
first thing.
probably pay off my Jeep, so I don't gotta worry about that.
That's fair.
I was thinking put it in savings, but that's not spending it. So I don't know.
But I
probably
mean,
buy
if
a
that's your
house.
first instinct, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
that seems fair.
like when you said it, my first instinct was savings. Put it in savings.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar boat where it's like either you figure out some way to you really make that money work for you.
Yeah.
I would probably I'd go think about what my marketing teacher in high school said, talking about mutual funds and all this bullshit. I'd be like, all right, so what the fuck do I do? And yeah, it's probably stocks or something. I don't know.
You wouldn't bankroll GoBicker?
It's not the first thing I'd do. No.
If you have like money in a just stored in a savings account, like each month you get a certain percentage of that. It gets added into your account.
But it's
So,
not
like,
a
if you
very
just
big
store a shit
percentage
ton-
though.
It's not, but if you have a lot of money in it,
Yeah. Well,
It
it's
is
still
bigger.
it's still like there's still better ways you can let your money sit for a while.
that's true.
Like I like that's why my marketing teacher always talked about mutual funds.
Roth IRAs.
Just a regular IRA.
There's a lot. It depends on whether or not you want to pay taxes now or later. and
Yeah,
then
I think I'd do it now.
If you
That's what I
ever
think.
have a choice, do taxes now.
Yeah.
That's what
because
I'd- yeah.
taxes in the future is more money. Like $1 in the future is... No, switch that. You want to
Yeah.
do taxes later
No,
because
no,
money in the
no.
future is worth less.
Listen,
$1
no.
now
You want to
is
just get it out of the way.
$1 in the future is 98 cents.
But what is $1, man?
No, listen, what you want to do,
Oh
you
my
want to
God.
you pay your lump sum tax right now, and then so while your money's sitting there and growing, getting more money, you don't have to worry about it later. So then, if you put in a little bit now and you pay a little bit of taxes, and you take out a shitload later, you're not paying a shitload of taxes. Fuck you, government, you sack of shit.
I thought you get more money out of it if you
The
pay
amount of
your
taxes
taxes
they
over
take
time.
out's flat.
But like it's like
I don't know. I know what
9%,
Kit's talking about when I
9%
don't.
of $100 is less than 9% of $1 million.
But the value of the dollar decreases.
But if you
over
got
time.
$1 million, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and if you have $1 million, it doesn't matter, does it?
I don't know, okay?
I want $1 million.
What do I look like? Some sort of an economicist?
Economicus?
So what's
me.
number 2?
I don't know why you want to tell
Country
you.
roads, let's go.
Oh, let's talk about this for a second.
No,
So,
I hate that
Mario.
song because of that stupid Mario thing. It makes no sense.
Pause.
I hate that song.
Let
That's
me
such a good
introduce
song.
this little mini subtopic that might end up just turning into a full-blown argument. So, I saw something on Reddit, Twitter, I don't remember. And it was
all the same.
it was Country Roads. It's me, Mario. And it was really
Mario.
funny. And I so I posted it. No one said anything. But then like hours later, Kit He went on this whole rant. He's like, I don't get it. What do you mean? In the original song, it says, take me home, country roads. But in the new one, it's
He went on a real old man rant.
He's like,
where he was
Mario,
like,
it isn't even in the country roads. Why is it there?
It ends on a down when belong ends on up.
Well, when Mario says, it's a me, a Mario.
Yeah.
So it's all up.
It's a
well,
me, Mario.
The
You still
song
sing
is
it in the tune of Country Roads.
roads, take me home. You go
It's
down.
a me.
Yeah, you still go
It's a
down.
me, Mario.
See, it doesn't make sense. It
does.
hurts.
No, it
He-
does.
it's still has
Let's
the right-
go. It's a me. You do it to the tune of
Yeah.
Country
But
Roads.
if you do it to the tune, then it's not saying it like how Mario would say it.
Yeah, I
and
know
then
you
it's just
doesn't
saying
need
random
to.
crap.
The point of it is you're combining both of them.
But then it still doesn't make sense because you would say
makes sense. It's a meme.
I love how
it's
angry.
the meme that makes the least sense.
It does not make the least sense. Big Chungus makes the least
Yeah, I was
sense.
about to
Big
say,
Chungus makes way more sense
She
than this to
took
me.
the kids. It's a weird meme.
I like
That one is a
how-
weird one.
I like how mad Kit got about this though, because it was at like 11
He
o'clock
was
at night. He was like,
mad.
I don't
No.
get it.
It was like 3 in the afternoon. What are you talking about?
It was early.
It was
in
it
the
was
afternoon,
while
but
I was at
yeah.
work.
I was trying.
Oh,
Yeah, because he said
okay.
that the last 2 hours went by really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, that was also because Star Wars, but I don't want to get into
Oh,
that.
that's true. Yeah.
No, no, no,
I don't
no,
have
no,
the
no,
mental
no, no.
strength right now.
No, no, I will go back to being existential.
I kept trying to feed the fire, and then after a certain point, I was like, okay, all right, I'm done with this. I don't want it
literally,
anymore.
I muted the chat for the duration of that conversation.
Yeah, but listen,
I was getting
it
mad.
also helped me go through work faster as well. So it was nice.
I just go through work fast by not going.
Yeah, I belong and Mario are not the same.
Yes, that is a correct
Please.
statement.
I belong,
me,
Mario.
Mario.
No.
It's about the syllables. That's what it is. That's
Oh
It's
my
the
god.
syllables,
And
not the
then
beat.
my syllable thing would have worked.
yeah, it would.
You're
You're
such
right.
an angry boy now, Kit. How'd you get so mad?
You
about
did this
it?
to me.
How'd you get
I
so
was happy
mad?
before joining GoBicker.
We all were. Those were better days. Those were good days.
If you were given a lump sum of money to start a business, what kind of business would you start?
This one.
A fake internet company.
Fake internet
pot
company called
business?
GoBicker, based entirely off of other people's hard work and interesting ideas.
Yep, pretty much.
I'd probably do a weed business.
That's not a terrible idea.
I would open a Chick-fil-A franchise.
Oh, fucking bring it up to Maine, dude. If you bring it up to Maine, you will get
I
so
will
much
open-
money.
because I love Chick-fil-A and those boys make so much money.
That's a lot of work though to run a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, but it's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
it's
but
God's chicken.
But it's Chick-fil-A, so that means you'll hate the gays.
That's God's,
Oh,
yeah.
so that's just business as usual then.
Yeah, I could get away with saying homophobic. I kept wanting to say anti-Semitic for some reason.
Anti-Semitic?
That's because you are
Bojangles.
You
anti-Semitic.
probably could, but that's not the same.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question that I guess I don't know the answer to, and it's like something I feel like you hear about all the time. What did you want to be when you were a child?
I wanted to be a doctor,
I wanted to be an astronaut.
so you could kill
Kill
yourself.
myself
I-
in space.
You can kill yourself in space. He's still working on that plan.
NASA won't call me back.
I don't know. I bounced around a lot. I had like a lot of big dreams. I wanted to be the president, and then I wanted to be a doctor, like a surgeon rather, and then I wanted to be a
Oh God.
therapist.
Could you even like
and then
be tall enough to reach the little cutting pit? Would you need like a step stool to get up there to
hey,
the operating
Before
table?
astronaut, the actual first thing that I can remember that I really wanted to be when I grew up was Michael Jackson.
And you can still follow the dream. You've got the wig. You've already got the Michael, and you've already got the wig. You are 2/3 of the way there.
just changed my last name to Jackson.
I think you should. Lady Kit might be kind of mad.
Somehow that just went whoop right past me. Didn't realize that your name is also Michael. God, I'm a
I know
fucking
these
idiot.
things.
So it was Michael Jackson, and then once I discovered that you can't be a person when you grow up, I was like, astronaut. That's what I want to do.
that's a
And so I did
You're
nothing.
not allowed to be a person.
Absolutely nothing.
Did you or anyone you know as a kid do that thing where they're like, when one day I'm gonna be older than you, and just you fucking wait.
Yeah.
No?
No,
I remember very distinctly when I was very little. I was still 4, and a friend of mine turned 5, and he thought he was hot shit. I was like, I remember getting real mad at him. I had to bring him down a peg because he's like, well, I can do it because I'm 5. I'm like, listen here, you old shit.
I like to imagine you right now, but like just smaller. Like you literally just like in Photoshop, you just hold chips and you shrink them down. And he's like,
So
listen here,
cold.
little fuck.
Proportion correctly.
Listen
Just
here.
kinda accidentally did one side more than the other.
I don't also remember, for some reason, the Bigfoot shirt's coming to mind. I don't know why. I feel like it had something to do with that story.
I had this shirt called, it had just a giant picture of a boar, and it said, it's probably a hog, and it said, a hog's breath is better than no breath at all. And I wore it
What does
all
that
the
mean?
What is that supposed to mean?
means if you got hog breath, it's better than having no breath.
I mean,
Being alive with bad breath is better than being dead.
Not
It
being
sounds like
I think
one of those
that's
really
really-
bad shirts you'd see on Facebook where it's like, only people born in January with big teeth are badass or something like that. It uses like really specific targeted shirts that just make you uncomfortable when it pops up.
Like, how does it? Are you saying have big teeth? Facebook? What's going on?
I was like, what's that supposed to mean? There's a subreddit for that and I really enjoy it.
Terry, what was your thing that you wanted to be when you grew up?
I changed like every couple of weeks, but it's what's weird is I think it's except for like a few little things here and there, it's always been something entertainment because it's like it'd be like a cartoonist or a fucking
Cartooner, if you will.
I mean even this is still sort of true. I'm just moving
I
right.
just heard.
would you hear that? I
was
hit
so
my
subtle.
wrist on my desk. I don't like that.
Was that what that was?
Yeah, I hit my wrist on
Oh,
my
I
desk.
thought Kit went.
No, that was me going
Oh, it was?
laughing at the little tiny joke of a cartooner, as you will. And then I was like, okay, don't laugh at
I
that.
was just
And
gonna
then
move
I
past
couldn't
it.
stop myself.
Cartooner.
And then it's still true. I want to make like movies and shit. And then now obviously I would like to do this
Movies
podcast.
and such.
I'd like to do movies and such. Yes,
I would like it if we got to a point where we could do movies.
that'd be nice.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I don't want to Rooster Teeth it. I don't want to laser beam it.
You don't have
Wasn't
to.
laser beam
His
like
laser team.
laser team? Sorry,
Laser beam.
wasn't laser
No.
team like a flop? Like it didn't make nearly as much money
Oh
as
God,
it cost.
no, yeah.
That's probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's-
we would make.
I mean,
a
it
good
was
movie,
still
though.
it was a cheesy B movie at best.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
It was not. I
It was
enjoyed
for the
it.
fans. As long as the fans enjoyed it, I guess. That's
Yeah.
all that
Yeah, it was
matters.
really fun because they did that thing where you could go see it in theaters, like through that one like there's like
Yeah.
some website or whatever you could do it. And
Yeah.
I did that. And it was fun. Except I fucking hated every single person in that theater because it was nothing but Rooster Teeth references, and they
Oh,
just
God.
kept screaming them through the whole fucking movie. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking shoot somebody.
I should watch it because I have the Rooster Teeth Gold, and I think it's on.
You really?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It probably.
That's
is.
how I watched it.
I've had the first membership for years now, but I only use it to watch Funhouse because I just don't.
Really?
These days, I don't care about anything else on Rooster Teeth's thing.
I use it only to watch the Achievement Hunter exclusive stuff, like the drunk movie thing.
Oh, theater
That
mode.
one's really theater mode is fucking hilarious.
Ironically enough, I think Funhouse's theater mode is better. So,
Oh, they
Yeah.
have one too?
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, Couch Ops theater mode made like I wanted to like just be in it all the time. Like I wanted to have it be a physical thing, and I wanted to wrap it around me. It was great. I said something that I didn't mean to say, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna run with this.
I don't think I know what any of those words mean.
I loved it, is what I meant to say.
Just in summary,
Like, I'm not even sure what it is.
It's
yeah, it's
when they
like
got
What
drunk.
is theater mode?
it's like Mystery Science Theater, but not
Oh,
Mystery Science
okay.
Theater because that'd be expensive.
That would be cool if we could get to a point where we could do that.
Hey, Rooster Teeth, we're taking offers.
Hey, yeah,
Please,
going on?
please take
Buy
us.
us.
$13. This can be
Listen.
yours.
that's all we need, Bernie. Because we know
Bernie, please.
Bernie Burns'
Bernie.
biggest GoBicker fan there is.
Let's tweet this at him.
Do not.
Hey, Mr.
No.
Bernie.
I'm sure he'd enjoy the existential hour and a half.
Are you about to throw up right next to me? Please
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Do
had
it.
that before.
No.
I'm like, it's
No.
like, dude, really?
Chonker, no.
Like they come, I don't know, they come over and they're like, sup? You're like, fuck off. And there's been a few times where they get up on my lap and they're like, okay, here we go. And you're like, why?
So apparently, New Year's, during the GoBicker New Year's extravaganza, I was talking to my dad about this yesterday. My parents were standing in the living room looking at something, and when my dog just walked up, hiked his leg up, and pissed on the fucking couch. And that's why we don't keep dogs inside most of the time, because he just hiked his leg up and pissed all over the couch.
Did you not like train your pets?
Because they're
Or
outside
dogs?
90% of the time.
Asshole.
That doesn't seem. Yeah, I don't. It may not be as cold down there in the south, but I still don't think that's good for them.
They're dogs. They're animals.
Yeah, but like they're your friends. They're,
big
your
dogs.
family.
Yeah, they're
you
your
want
pets.
them around.
They're
There are
buddies.
friends that live outside.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like homeless Dave.
Terry, you and I are good pet owners.
Me and you, Maya, we're
have-
gonna split off. We're gonna do.
And a
Go
vast
Bicker too.
majority of people I know, their dogs are outside most of the time.
That doesn't mean it's right.
That means it's wrong, because you're wrong.
That's where
What
they,
is so wrong
they
about it,
live.
though, is what I don't
Because you're
get.
just
They're-
leaving your dogs on the, like fucking.
Also,
cold
that's
in
not
the
where they live.
rain.
They're domesticated animals.
Yeah.
They literally just live in the garage 90% of the time.
What's wrong with the garage
Where
now?
there's
That's
heat
where most
and
men
cold.
live.
Wait,
Thank
why
you.
do you even have
Fixing
them
up
then?
cars? Protection?
Protection.
Yeah. You don't understand. First of all, you don't know what it's like to live out in the boonies. It is one of that is a big part of the reason they're outside most of the time.
They're a deterrent for
They do keep people from
robbers and
because
stuff.
trust me,
And coming
like the
into
area
backyard.
I live in, there's a woman who was literally arrested 2 months ago for shooting someone in her front yard. There's a trailer full of crack addicts. There's just what we have endearingly termed Busterville.
What is it?
It's a bunch of shacks on a property that a hick family lives in.
I have a hot tip for you. Move.
Yeah, no, that's expensive, buddy.
Just come up here. The
Yeah,
weather's fine.
Get
People
a
are
dog. No,
nice.
it's not.
You're not gonna get shot
Nice.
in your front
It's nice
yard.
and
Probably.
70 degrees today. The weather's wonderful here.
Maine? Listen, come to Maine.
Don't shut Maya. Shut the fuck up. Don't
I
go
would come to
Maine.
Texas before I'd move to the north.
No,
The
but
cold,
Maine
cold
has
north.
the lowest crime rate out of any state.
Nobody
Yeah,
wants to go to
except-
Maine. It's a low crime rate because there's nothing to rob. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's like 6 people and they're all racist. Why would you want to go to Maine?
And in Maine is where they invented knife wall. So
That's true.
My
I mean,
husband's
you
I
can't-
invented it here.
Wait.
you can't go, hey, Wall, you're under arrest.
Cuff him, boys. They pop open the handcuffs and they stab the drywall.
Ha! Take that, drywall. Oh, it's trying to run.
Got you, scum.
Resisting arrest.
Talking about how little people there are in Maine, it reminded me that last night I went to like a little banquet for people that were accepted to the college that I'm going to, and while we were there,
4 people.
there were a lot of attractive people, and then I went to school today and I was like, wow, everybody's not attractive.
It's a bunch
Wow,
of ugly
okay.
people.
Well, like, nobody really stuck out.
Maya goes
Like-
walking to school and like, ugly, 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 ugly. You're all fucking hideous.
No, I didn't say they were ugly. I'm just saying nobody like stuck out like everybody at that banquet did.
If everybody sticks out, does anybody stick out? Because everybody stuck out?
Yeah, by the time you get done with this college full of gorgeous people,
Oh, my
And
standards are gonna be
everybody's
too
ugly,
high.
man. So, speaking of the 4 people in Maine, what's what's the question number 4?
Oh.
Oh,
There's only 4 people in
here's
Maine
a real
because Maine
nice,
sucks.
simple, clean one. Do you like tattoos?
yeah.
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 Okay.
Next question.
I've always wanted one, but could never afford it.
Ooh.
I want to
Now
get
I
a
can,
tattoo.
and now I don't want one.
What? You're gonna say something?
Continue.
Oh,
Oh,
was
I
gonna say-
said that I've always wanted
Oh,
one,
shit.
but could never afford it.
Okay. And cut.
Safe to return.
Cut.
Oh.
Just gonna make a mental note there.
What happened?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
We're cutting.
Welcome back
I
to the
cut
Good Good
last
Show.
No, we're not.
That's so funny though.
If you had nope, that's the wrong question.
And we're cutting.
And cut. Get out.
Shoo, get out.
This part of the podcast is just going to be
I mean, it already is.
just jumping around.
It already is. What is a saying that you try to live your life by?
Oh, we already know Chris's. We're all fucking universes or something like that.
What is life? We're all made of
Baby, you don't
stardust.
hurt me.
What was
We
the
are
one
the
that you said?
universe.
What was the one that you said?
There's one. Yeah, there's one I said that I like. Oh, what was it?
We're all the universe, but
we're the
perceive-
universe experiencing itself.
yeah.
So how does that influence how you live your life, though?
I want to live the best life, so the universe can experience itself the best way it possibly can. That's kind of. It sounds weird, but that's kind of the way I interpret it.
That means he masturbates a lot.
I do. I
Oh
yeet
God!
my meat.
Well, I don't know why that means that.
I'm gonna yeet
Because
my
he's trying
meat
to
the
experience
beat.
it.
I gotta experience.
Listen, I can let you know eating your meat doesn't necessarily lead to a good life experience.
No, it's for the universe, though.
Yeah, it's
like
for
if
the
you,
universe.
If you eat your meat to the universe,
I'll
like
remember
universe,
that.
this one is for
Go.
you.
Okay, just Terry. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to be less depressed. Go outside.
Okay, you've already lost me.
Go outside on a nice starry night. Socks off, pants down, lotion on,
Socks off.
But like,
and then there you go.
Okay.
You just experience
now
the universe.
here's one very well, I was gonna say large issue, but it's not. Shrinkage.
Because of the cold.
Very
and that's
cold
why you
out,
don't live in the cold north.
But it's so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can just jerk off and outside?
Plus, you're
Move to
always the
Texas.
one.
I'll get you a job.
Why would you ever jerk off outside?
Well, where do you start with that?
There's a lot of things.
Hold on. Hold on. No, I want somebody to tell me why you would.
So some people are.
Please go to the next question.
Some people are what we like to call exhibitionists, and they like the danger of the
Of getting
idea
caught.
of being caught with your dick in your hands or your tits out or whatever.
Dick in hands, titties out.
The quote that I live my life by is
Dick in hands, titties out.
Yes.
hands titties out. But no, it's unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing will get better. It will not. It's a Dr. Seuss quote from the one with the trees.
Once
The
again, look
Lorax?
into
Fucking
space.
trees. The Lorax, thank you. And I have the
You're
book
welcome.
somewhere. That's why I was looking for it. The Lorax, and it's one of those ones that I was read to as a kid, and I've always kind of believed that. I was like, oh, so I should probably do the best I can to make everything better, or anything better.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And it's actually on all my emails. I have that on my little, like,
How does that affect the way you masturbate, though?
yeah. I do it to the best of my ability, so it's better.
Oh, okay.
Terry made the same exact face that I made when we found out that you have signatures on your emails. Or not necessarily signatures, but like a little like.
Well, yeah, is that
You
what
know
it's
how
called?
when you're on like a forum and like they have
I
a
got a
little.
quote at the bottom of my work email signature. I don't remember what it was. I know
Why?
I got it. They made me change it. It was originally I had it for like 2 months. It was a quote that said, "Do you
Fuck
have
you.
a minute?" And another quote that said, "I have nothing but minutes. I'm paid by the hour." And about a month ago, I got an email from HR asking me to change it because someone at corporate thought I was milking the clock. So I had to change it. And right now, it is computers follow your orders, not your intentions. It's a stupid IT quote, but I'm going to change it to this says this. How does that affect the way you eat your meat?
Why do you have? It's like you're
It's
on
so
a
fucking dumb.
2004 era forum where it's like people have those like like sparkly gifs.
It's like fucking MySpace.
I'd say more
Yeah.
like honestly, when you start using like when you get a real job, your fucking shitty jobs. No, like no, I'd say probably 4 out of 5 people I email with have some kind of signature.
Why? What's the point of it though?
I don't know.
My signature's like super professional and says like my
Yeah,
name.
mine has my name,
address,
yeah, like all my important information, and then just at the bottom, it's like
And then there's a whole lot of legal stuff underneath it saying, please don't print this out
Yeah.
because you might be killing trees. And then we immediately print that out and document it. I don't know why.
yeah, it's thanks for your time. It's got Chris, my name, regional IT, the city, my office number, my cell number. For some reason, I put my email in there again, just in case you don't know how to email me through my email signature. And then my little quote.
I just don't. I don't see the point in having it.
It's one of those things that brings you joy in your dull existence of corporate life, Maya.
No. I see the point in having all the information in case they need to contact you other than email. But I just don't see the point in having the quote. Like,
Yeah, quote's pretty lame.
What's the point
It's
of
just
anything?
one of those things that you can do. It
Shit,
brings a
I
I
little
mean, yeah,
spice to your
there's
dull
no
corporate
point.
life,
There's
like
no
I
point in
said.
anything, so you might as well do it if
Yeah,
you want to.
what's the point of doing anything? It's my way of experiencing the universe, Maya.
Sorry.
I put that there as a little hidden reminder because I have it so light that barely anybody can read it, so it's subconscious to try to make people think better. So,
Okay.
I'm following the quote.
My quote is, don't be an asshole most of the time. It's
Most
okay to be an
of the
asshole.
time.
It's okay to be an asshole sometimes, but not most of the time.
You're in bad company.
I am. Oh, I thought you were going to say that I'm not doing a very good job. That's why I said I am.
What about you, Terry?
The golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. I take that very seriously. I do.
So
I really, truly
you're
do.
okay with people treating you like an asshole?
Well, yeah, okay. Wait. How I normally think of it in my life is that I'm like, all right, fucking despise this person. I don't want to talk to them, so I'm not going to talk to them in the hopes that they won't talk to me.
Oh.
It's like if I'm alone in the corner, I'm leaving everyone else alone. Hopefully they will reciprocate and leave me the fuck alone. That's how I kind of generally think of it.
Okay. So I have had this huge, misunderstanding of how you treat other people. Because you talk about how much you hate other people, so I just kind of assumed that you were an asshole to people.
Yeah, no,
So you to yourself.
I'm very much to myself because I want people to leave me the fuck alone.
That's understandable.
Yeah, and then it's also simple things like I hold the door open because I think I would want I'd want someone to hold the door open for me. Like if I'm right directly behind them and they just kind of keep fucking walking, it makes me want to fucking stab them a little bit. Whatever.
Which do you do? Do you do the whole you pull the door open and then you let them go first, or do you walk in, you pull the door open, you walk in, then you hold it?
I just kind of hold it behind me until they grab it, and then I
just fling it
that's what I
open and
do.
hope it stays open long enough for the person
if
behind
they're
me to go through.
close but they're not quite there, I'll kind of give it an extra little nudge so they'll catch it before it fully closes.
Yeah.
But I don't have to sit there and be like, hey, come on in.
Welcome to my establishment.
Yeah,
May I take your coat?
Because that shit sucks. Because then they're like,
Yeah.
oops, sorry, and they kind of have to hurry up and they don't want to.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you because people do that to me all the fucking time when I'm walking into
Yeah.
school. Because it's people will get there just enough to be where if you hold the door open, it's a little awkward because then you got to pull out the half jog.
Oh, fuck it. No, I'll just walk. You hold that door open for me.
See, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want some other asshole to do that to me. I gotta think about these things.
I have to do the half jog because I don't want to be rude and make them hold the door open longer.
Yeah.
They made that conscious decision. They saw you 40 feet away, and they were like, I'm going to hold the door open and smile.
Because they're trying to be nice, and you being an asshole back isn't doing anything positive for your fucking dumb piece of shit universe.
I intentionally hold the door open for people that are 40 feet away so that they do the little jog.
You just want
Kids
to
is trying to make sure the world is more in shape by holding the door.
They'll start going to the jog, and then they'll be, and thank you, and I'm like, you're welcome.
So
You're welcome for that little bit of cardio.
I assume everybody's done the awkward half jog to a door, right?
Yeah.
So
Every day.
Is it the same awkward half jog that you do when you're crossing the street when a car lets you go by? Is it the same or is it kind of different?
It's a little different, I think. 'Cause I feel like I do a little half jog when trying to catch up to people at the door, but I do kind of a speed walk when I'm crossing the street.
I just walk across traffic and hope someone hits me.
I feel like
I just lay down in front of them and be like, run me over, pay off my student loans.
I get in the middle of traffic and I'm like, come on.
I feel like I do a speed walk to get to the door, and then I do a half jog because I'm definitely a lot more bouncy when I'm across the street. When I'm going across the street. Anyways, what's the next question?
How many have we done?
I think 5.
I would say let's end it on one more.
One more? Okay. So there's some of these that I'm like, can I answer that? Probably not. What I'm thinking, the one is, what is the best thing about your personality? I'd go, I don't think I have one. Anything. But then, then we go back to the beginning of the episode, and that's the whole thing. So I think, and some of these I feel like I know the answers. It's like, what's your favorite drink? I feel like half of us are going to say coffee, and it's boring.
Terry, give us a question.
Listen.
Yeet us a question.
Some of these are really fucking boring. It's hard to kind of sort through them.
It needs to be a good last one.
If most of these are boring, I don't think they're very good questions to ask on a first date.
Yeah, you're right.
If it's a first date,
well, actually, okay.
Then,
for some of these, for a date, they'd be all right.
Yeah, what's your favorite drink on a first date? It's awesome for people that have known each other for at least a year.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, I feel like the median. What's the word? Middle bit of the numbers? Is it median?
Median.
The median amount of years that we've known each other is probably 10 because Chris and Kid have known each other for so long.
when I was negative years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't a bad one. This one works a lot better for like getting being smooth on a date. But it's also just kind of something interesting to think about. Oh wait, I've read this wrong. But I'm gonna do what I thought I read. What is something someone could do on a date with you? Like, what is like? I guess maybe this one's actually
Ask a bunch of stupid
Hold
questions
on.
I found on
Hold
Reddit.
on. I'm not done yet. Because what the question actually says, what's the worst thing? But I feel like we should try to spin it positive. So like maybe say like, what's like a thing you like
The
you'd want
best
to do?
thing, or like what can somebody? Well, they can figure me out.
Well, yeah, they can fuck you.
Oh wait, what?
Okay.
What did you say? Because it cut
Okay,
out.
listen. Read his
It
lips.
cut out, but I know exactly what he said.
Thank you for cutting out at that point. Terry will figure out exactly what I said later. Okay, so what is like the best thing somebody can do on a
Yeah,
date?
or maybe
for you?
just yeah, or just like what's like
Yeah.
a good what would be a good date thing? Because I know what I would think, but I guess I'm not much
Sitting
of an expert.
alone in a
So I don't know.
closet crying.
Yeah, I was,
naked.
I was just about to say, like, I don't
No.
know because I've never been on one.
I would say, for me, what I'd
Don't
like.
you cringe at that, kid? I saw that. You cringed at the fact that I've never been on a date. Are you making fun of me?
Ooh. Bye, Kit.
Not here. Nope.
We can still hear you,
Why
Kit.
came off?
It doesn't. Listen. Laughing at this poor child is how you're gonna make her end up like me. And you don't
I'm
want
gonna
that.
kill myself because nobody will ask me on a date.
Just go ahead and kill yourself.
God.
I think for me, all the standard stereotypical date shit sounds fucking boring. So I would rather just like sit around and do something. Hey, wait. We can do Smash and Smash.
Oh God.
We can play
Smash
Super
Smash,
Smash
then
Brothers
Smash.
and then fuck.
Okay.
But yeah,
Chris agrees.
something
Chris is gonna do it.
simple like
One of the things that it was dumb, but like a date idea that I used to do with my ex would go play laser tag, and that was a lot of fun.
that's lame.
You nodded your head like, yeah. That's
You're
the most idiotic thing I've
You're
ever
fucking
heard.
dumb.
This sounds like are we thinking of like best date ideas? Like
No, just like what would you, like if right now if Kit your hot wife came home and she's like we're going out, what would you be like? I hope we're doing this.
Well,
Smash.
how I understood the question would be like the opposite of it would be like, oh, the worst thing that could happen to me if I got slapped in the face during a date.
Well, yeah, that's why I changed it
That's-
from what it actually
No,
says to
no.
something
I
more positively
interpreted
spin.
your question like that as well. Like,
So it would
what?
be the opposite of that. What would be the best thing to happen? Like I got slapped in the face.
I
Maybe that's the
interpreted
thing.
your question as what would be the best thing for your date to do. Like,
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah, that's the way I interpreted it.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
fine.
no, I
Yeah,
misinterpreted
sure.
it.
That's the question.
We're all
I don't
interpreting
know,
this
it doesn't
question
matter.
very differently.
Yeah. What do you
'Cause
What
I
do you
can
want
think
your
of
date to
best
do to you?
date. I would love my best date. Buy me stuff.
Ask me on a date.
Let me smash.
You gotta
Don't make any faces this time.
you gotta like raise your standards a little bit. 'Cause you want like just such baseline. It's
Funny enough, that's what my friend says to me too.
I want to
You're
hold
like,
hands.
I just want someone to look at me. I don't know.
I would love it, dude. I would love it if somebody held my hand.
Okay, see, there you go. That's
wanna
at least
hold
one
your
notch up from. I just wish
I
they'd
would
talk
love
to
it if
me."
somebody liked me romantically. That's what I would want from my date.
I would love to go on a date with somebody who didn't fucking despise me. I guess same.
I mean, yeah.
I just figured that part was implied, but yeah, sure.
No, it's not. Nothing's implied with me.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you know, I'm glad that we can kind of get to the end of this because I'm assuming we're getting to the end of this. Where I
Sushi.
could feel bad for someone who's not me. It's good.
Yeah. And I will stay single for the rest of my life.
Oh my god, same. Wow, twinsies.
Oh God, no, we're getting too close. We're merging
gotta-
into one person.
I
We're
gotta smash
both
some
gonna
more
be
puss, so
single.
I've got good stories for an happy hour.
Me and Maya are gonna become conjoined twins.
And we're both gonna be single
And then
forever
but, like,
together.
But wait, can you imagine? Okay, we're conjoined twins, but we'd both be really uncomfortable with the idea of it, and so we'd be, like joined at the shoulder or the hip or whatever. But then we'd always be kind of like this, like.
I think we would have to always be with a girl though, Because I don't think you, unless I could be wrong, but you could be comfortable with a dude.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Because I feel like if we're with a girl, it's a win-win situation.
I mean, girls are definitely better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, just find yourself a nice tranny. And
Yeah, there you
Wow.
go. Meet in the middle.
Wow!
Listen, we're
I
being
can't
little.
believe you
Listen,
said that.
Maya Louise Johansson, or whatever name we came up for you.
We can't say anything anymore.
It's 2019.
We were saying
can get a
something
tranny.
positive. Just ignore the fact that we're old men with old language, okay? We're trying.
Jesus.
You retard.
Tranny bad?
You fucking. Okay.
Yes, it's
listen.
bad, Kit. Yes, that's a bad word,
Yes.
Chris.
Unfortunately,
How's it bad?
unfortunately, you can't say tran anymore. I've
Tranny's
never,
a good word.
I've never once, not a single time in my life, said tranny in a negative way. But I recognize that it is normally taken negatively. I always just talk about.
How,
I'm
okay,
just,
in
Terry, I have a
Texas.
question. How are you saying tranny that's in a positive way?
I'm just mentioning a tranny, which
Like,
again,
get yourself a good tranny.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's an automotive term, Maya.
Yeah.
So when I say I blew a
Transmission.
tranny, it has nothing to do with the fetish episode.
Oh my god.
man.
Maybe this is why we don't have a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, we don't. I don't feel like we get this bad. I don't know.
What word am I supposed to use? Maya?
Transgender person.
Yeah.
That's too many
way too
syllables.
long.
It's really
So you
long.
could say
That's-
girl
that's-
or guy.
That's my thought
or
too. It's transgender.
neither.
is
Well, no,
way
I
too
can't say
long.
girl or guy because that's offensive.
Or
depending
neither.
on who it
I
is.
think that transgender people should retake the word tranny, like the LGBT people people have
People.
taken back the word queer. That's what I think. Because
Yeah.
tranny is so much
Yeah.
easier to say.
Tranny, yeah, I'd
Well,
rather
okay,
say.
hold on though, because black people retook the N word, but we still can't say it. So
Well,
just
yeah,
because
but
they
that's-
retake,
Yeah, but that's different.
But that's not like LGBT people taking back the word queer. Because you could still
Yeah.
refer to queer people, and like you're talking about
well, I just know a
people
lot
in
of.
that community.
I know
You've
a lot
got
of
you've got queer eye. You're never gonna have inward eye.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. That's
I
a
want
good
to
point.
watch that show. Though.
I do too.
Queer Eye is fucking great. Oh
It's
my god,
such a good show,
I
dude.
can't wait for it to come back.
That show is good too.
I'm gonna have tranny
But
eye.
the
and
N-word eye,
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
god, that would be the best.
retard eye.
Boy,
It's almost the same as like, you know how gay men have taken back the F word
have they?
that I hate saying.
Faggot?
Yes, that word that I absolutely
Okay.
hate.
I didn't
It
know
just
that.
means a pile of sticks.
Or
I mean,
in UK,
A lot of
it's a
lesbians have
cigarette.
taken back dyke as well. I also hate that word.
Fucking dyke.
That one's a good word. I
I'm
like
gonna
saying
leave
that
this
word.
No,
call.
listen, Maya, you said butthole a billion times last week. You need to just
There's
sit
a
here and
difference
listen.
between butthole and then slurs.
Not in my head.
The
No,
only
that's all I wanted to
difference
say.
between words is how you perceive them.
Yeah. So quit being so racist, Maya.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are open,
we will-
spirited universe people.
We will know racism has ended once we can say anything to anybody without it offending somebody.
Exactly. I want to be able to just walk down the street shouting the N-word.
Oh my god.
And that's how we know we made it as a
Can
country.
we end this episode?
Perfectly.
Can we, like, this is the first time I've asked if we can end an episode. I'm begging you right now, Terry. Can we please end this?
I mean,
But all the tards and the trannies are finally
listen,
running down the
Chris,
I'm like,
please.
here's the thing. Here's the reason why. Like, I'm actually starting to get a little angry. I don't like those words.
So, the F word that Maya does not like, the reason why that word is so horrible for gay people is because it literally means a pile of sticks. And so they would say, throw a faggot on the fire. They would be saying, throw a stick onto the fire.
just like you do to gay
And
people.
whenever they would burn people for being gay, they would just refer it to as, hey,
Such
just
a
throw another stick on the fire.
well of knowledge. I don't understand.
So that's the reason why that
How
word
do you
is so
know
offensive.
all of these things, but you can't spell does?
I'm still laughing at what Terry whispered in the background.
Can we end this episode?
Yeah, it's in the episode.
So at this point, I don't know why you would, but remember you can of course go to patreon.com/GoBicker. At even the $1
Dude.
level, you can see all this fucking disastrous bullshit live as we record it.
This is the second episode where topics got pushed off.
Oh yeah, we still haven't did kids topic. Next
We
week
didn't
for
do
sure.
my topic or kids topic.
I'll have to grab yours afterwards so we can write it down so we don't
okay.
forget.
No.
And then, of course, remember at the $5 level, then you also get Discord access, which is probably fun. I don't know. No one's done it yet. And
Continue these wonderful conversations.
remember, of course, and then subscribe on your audio service of choice, whether that be Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, which is a big one, or YouTube if you just watch or listen there.
I keep meaning to look at the statistics, see if
You
anyone's
can
actually
hold
listening
on.
to us on
I didn't
Spotify.
know that was on Spotify.
Yeah, we're on Spotify, baby. We also have GoBicker.com/shop where you can get fun things like Flowers Edited, the Kit's Defender of Justice, and a variation of Flesh Horse, whether it be V1, V2, or V3.
Woohoo!
And I think that'll about do it. Remember, we'll be back. We're here every week for the most part. So tune on in next time, and hopefully it'll be better. I don't know.
Next time.
I had a fun
Ball
time.
Z.
Maybe
It was enjoyable.
besides the bit where I almost
Yeah.
cried. It's fine.
And existentialism.
It was so. Yeah, we're done.
There was existentialism. There was comedy. There was slurs.
What more could you want?
What more could you need?